Hey everyone, John here, and welcome back to the Toy Box. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're having a great weekend, and I hope you're ready for some Sinnoh Sitting Cuties Plushes. Now, tomorrow is Valentine's Day, so I figured we'd go with the rose theme today to fit the holiday. I'm going to show you the Roselia line. We have Budew, Roselia, and finally, Roserade. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. We're going to start things off with the baby. I first encountered Budew when I played through Pokemon Diamond. It was in the beginning of the game near Jubilife City. At that time, I just had my Chimchar and I needed to fill out my party a bit. Well, Budew came along and filled in as the grass type in my party. As I moved on, I would swap Pokemon in and out of the party, but Budew never left. Eventually, Budew became Roselia and then Roserade, and by that time, Roserade was permanently in my party. So let's take a look at the plush. The first thing I want to point out is that Budew passes the standing test, which means that in order to stand up, Budew does not need any assistance from the wall or any other objects. So that is a big plus. Now let's take a look at all the details. First, we have this bud up here. This would eventually become the roses for Roselia. You can see him from the other side. It is supported by these arms. Here's one, here's the other. You can see them from the other side as well. Now, the next thing to look at is Budew's face. The face is pretty simple. We just have the two eyes. They're just two slits right here. They are embroidered in. And then we have a smile. So Budew does look kind of friendly. Now, the leaves here are sewn in. They're attached right here. And these look pretty nice. They're very soft. And they're a little bit darker green. The colors match well with the actual Pokemon. Now, if we look at Budew's body, Budew is probably one of the softer Sitting Cuties plushes that I have. It is very soft. Most of them are medium, but this one is pretty soft. You can see it all around. All the pellets here are near the bottom, which makes sense. It helps Budew be able to balance itself. So the pellets are right down here in the lower part of the body. We have these two little legs right here. Here's one. There's the other. And then lastly, we have the tags. We have one tag here. And then we have this tag. So you can see here, Budew Sitting Cuties Plush. Well, anyways, that is Budew. So we're going to go ahead and let Budew evolve, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at Roselia. Alright guys, our Budew has evolved, and we are now looking at Roselia. Now, before we go any further, I'm going to make a disclaimer. If you played the original Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, then you'll know that Roselia is not a 4th generation Pokemon like Budew and Roserade, but a 3rd generation Pokemon. With that said, I've always considered Roselia a 4th generation Pokemon instead. I mean, in the 4th generation, Roselia got its evolution line, and I used it way more in my party. Back in Ruby and Sapphire, I only used Roselia to EV train my Pokemon that needed special attack points. That's it. And I would argue that I was not a special case. So, to sum it up, even though I consider Roselia a 4th generation Pokemon, and always will, it is technically a 3rd generation Pokemon. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments. Now let's take a look at the plush. So first, we have the standing test, and unfortunately, Roselia fails. In order to stand up, Roselia needs assistance from either the wall or another plush or another object in order to stand up. So whenever I try standing him up, I just falls. There's no way I can do it. The other thing I would like to point out about Roselia is that the colors and details for the plush are spot on. Pokemon Center did a pretty good job in building this plush. So let's take a look at all the little details. So first we're going to go ahead and start off with the head. So first we have these eyes. They are embroidered on. Here's one, and here's the other. We have a white part with the eyelashes. We have a smile down here that is also embroidered. We have the two shades of green right here. The top of the head has the 3 thorns. You can see the back of the head. Now, Roselia's body, we have the tie right here, or the cover, with this yellow piece right here. We have these shoulder pads right here. Here's the other one. You can see from the back there aren't any other special details. Now, Roselia is stuffed with a medium firmness, just like the normal sitting Cuties Plushes. And all the pellets are right here in the lower part of the body. That is meant for Roselia to be able to sit, but unfortunately mine can't. Now let's take a look at the arms. Now here, the arms, the first one, we have the red or pink rose. So the arms are pretty skinny. I like the details here that you can see where the stem comes into the rose right here. It's a pretty nice touch. And then all the petals here are separate pieces. So we have these petals and they're all sewn together with the bud in the middle. You can see the other rose is the same thing. And they look like they're pretty well made. I actually like this a lot. And you can see them from the other side as well. And now for the legs, Roselia has really short legs, so you can see them right here. It's just spikes. They actually just look like thorns. I think the thorns are actually bigger. There we go. There's one. There's the other. And lastly, we have the tags. You have this one, and then the Sitting Cuties tag right here. So anyways, let's go ahead and sit Roselia down. And it is now time for our Roselia to accept a shiny stone and evolve into its final form, Roserade. So let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, we are on our final form, Roserade. I had a lot of fun with Roserade back when I played through Pokemon Diamond and Platinum. Eventually, I egg-raised the Roserade so I could get extra sensory and sleep powder. I paired that up with Energy Ball and Sludge Bomb. Basically, you put the opponent to sleep and then go nuts on them. It was so much fun. I honestly haven't had too much time with my Roserade and BDSP because of Legends Arceus, but I will get back to it eventually. Let's take a look at the plush. So first, Roserade passes the standing test. It can stand on its own without needing any help from the wall or any other objects. Now, let's take a look at the details. So first, we have the head. Now, Roserade has the most detailed head out of the three evolutions. So we have a mask right here, which is a separate piece attached onto it, and it has embroidered eyes. Take a look at all the details in these eyes. That is a lot right there. We have a smile right here, which is also embroidered. Now, the top of the head, we have the white rose. So there are separate pieces, and you have petals here in the back. We have these ones here, and then we have this bud in the middle. So you can put all these together. We have these leaves coming up along the sides right here, just like this collar, the rest of these leaves. And it makes a pretty cool hairstyle for Roserade. Now, if we take a look at the body, as far as the stuffing firmness, this plush is stuffed very firmly. And most of it is actually the pellets right here in the lower half of the body. So if you look at firmness, Budew was actually very soft, Roselia was in the middle, and Roserade is very firm. So that's how you can compare the three. We have the details here. We have the green parts right here. We have this cape in the back, which I think is awesome. I love the way this cape looks. We have these lines here. We have the leaves, the shape of the leaves right here. And the cape comes up like this. So that's pretty awesome. And now we can take a look at the arms. So the arms, just like Roselia's, are pretty skinny. We have this part right here leading up to the roses. It's not just a rose this time, it's a bouquet. And we have this on the other side as well. Let's take a look at the roses here. Now, the only thing that about this plush is that I think that these roses should have been a little larger, just compared to Roserade's head. If you look in the games, I think these roses are a bit larger than this compared to the head. I think that's the only detail. It's a little bit off. But here's the other rows so that you can see. So there's the blue one, and here's the red one. And then lastly, here are the legs. So the legs are considerably longer than Roselia's and Budew's. So we have this right here. We have the yellow at the edge, at the end. And these are pretty firm, just like the rest of the plush. Lastly, we have the tags. So we have this one right here. And then we have this tag right here. Well, anyways, that was our Roserade. So now that we've seen all three, let's bring them all back together. Well, this has been the Budew, Roselia, and Roserade Sitting Cuties Plushes. What do you guys think of these three plushes? And which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. If you are interested in these three, I'll put links to Pokemon Center in the description. At the time of filming, they are going for $10.99 each. Well, that's all I have for you guys this week. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, rate, subscribe, and don't stop playing.